Last week in December 2024, Ron, the member of the Mavericks MC Southwest and frequent article writer for the German biker scene magazine Top Rocker, went to Finland to visit his friends Kia, president of the Devil Dolls MC Finland, and Jaakko, president of the Bulldogs MC Finland. Besides of staying for New Year's Eve with his Finnish friends, Ron wanted to meet and interview members of various Finnish MCs to get to know the local scene better. At the last evening of the year 2024, Ron and his friends visited the Rennie MC to celebrate New Year's Eve, amongst other guests enjoying some drinks and delicious meals, doing some interviews and welcome the new year 2025. Today we hear his interview with Jaakko, president of the Bulldogs MC Finland. Hello Jaakko, it is an honor to meet you in your home country to talk to you. Let's start with my first question. Jaakko, can you briefly tell us about the origins of your club? Jaakko's answer. We were established in 1999. Our first clubhouse was in Porvoo. Guys back then thought that Bulldog is so ugly but strong at the same time that it will be a good name for the club. One of the guys just looked at some pictures of Bulldogs and drew a sketch, adding some details and colors. After that, they went to visit bigger clubs and other clubs and get a permission to use the Bulldog logo and the colors. Question Ron. I read a text on your opening page, on your homepage, about the Bulldog. How much do you identify yourself with the animal and dog Bulldog? Answer Jaakko. The text in our homepage is straight from Wikipedia, and it somehow fits for us, and I think somehow for every biker. Question Ron. A quick word about the clubhouse, which is really big, with a lot of rooms and large areas. How did you get that? What kind of events do you have in the clubhouse and how often? Answer Jaakko. This is our 6th clubhouse in history. Previous clubhouses were owned by town or government and they sold it to the property to some building companies, so we had to move. So we started to ask around for new place and it took about half a year and we found this empty place that was so messy and dirty. But it was cheap to rent and we got a long rental contract. So we sat down and started planning what do we want and what do we need to do to reach this with the new clubhouse. It took about half a year that we cleaned it up and built some of the parts new, that we can move things from the old clubhouse to the new one. Everybody participated as best as he could. It took about 2 years that we finally get it ready so that we could have the grand opening. We have an Inkfest 2 times per year and an open house 2 to 3 times per year. And of course we have our big parties, big open houses, especially for the club anniversary parties. Biggest parties so far were the 20th and 25th anniversary party, where we invited other clubs and friends all around Finland and some guys from other countries. So the next really big party will be when the club turns 30. And like you see, we have many bedrooms, so we can have a lot of guests from Finland and Europe to spend nights and have some fun. If they are on the road or if some other club is having a big party, so we can help them to have night places for their guests to stay. Question 1. As for the Finnish scene, I read that there's a biker union Finland in Finland. What is its purpose and is every MC a member? Answer Jaakko. The biker union is an organization where all the MCs agree or disagree all things that are common into our scene. We have 2 meetings in a year where we all sit down and talk about what's going on. All new clubs have to come to the meetings and show their patch and colors, so that's not already the same to some kind of existing patches. I think you know what I mean. Question Ron. I know you have friends in other European countries. how is Finland positioned in the scene in terms of the structure and different sizes and the names, MCs, 1%ers, motorcycle friends, MCCs, etc.? Jako, we have to talk about with a couple of my friends that have friends all around Europe, and we don't see that there are so much differences to Finland. Everywhere I went, it's been good times and friendly people. It has always been good times, good food, good music, and of course some local drinks and beers. I really don't know how things are in other countries, but I think it's more or less the same in everywhere, that small clubs have same kind of idea of the scene. And for some people in Finland, Finland is still unknown country, and they really don't know how big the scene is here. That's why it's called brotherhood. Only problem that I have is that I got to explain our colors to people because it's red and white. Question 1. How do people interact with each other, especially the clubs in the scene? Jako. When you were here, you saw that in this little area, it's place for almost 15 different MCs. We have good friendly relationships to everyone. We help each other in bike building, spare parts, or if it's just that someone knows something better how to do than someone else. There's some charity events as well, not just in South Finland, but all around, where MCs are working together. In Middle Finland, I think the clubs doing things together more and have runs together. We also have that all around Finland, some other events like bowling, billiard and poker runs, so that we have some little competitions here and fun as well. Question 1. A personal question. Your wife is president of a large women's MC worldwide, and you are the president of a long-established MC in Finland. How do you spend your weekends? How often do you go to parties together? Answer Jako. In my perspective, I see that Kia is grateful to me and Bulldogs MC because she was with us in every event and run. She get to know people and how the scene works. When Kia started her own journey in a women's club, we have our own parties and happening. I went with my club and maybe we see each other somewhere. But usually we see in my clubhouse and spend the night there. Nowadays, Kia has her own club and own trips, events. We don't see each other that much anymore. Our time are these drivings around Europe and Finland. Ron, last question. Readers would like to know, is there a way to get in touch with your MC if you ever take a trip through or to Finland by motorcycle? Jako. As mentioned above, we are opening our clubhouse to traveling bikers and bikers who want to attend to parties in Finland. You can reach me via my email or via my mobile. Text message is preferred, and you will read all the contact details in the article yourself. Thank you for your time and for this wonderful staying in Finland.